here with Western Carolina. I got AJ Colombo and I have Ken Moore Jr. All right, how's it feeling? Busy day, getting to the end of the day, but give me a little bit more time. It's not gonna be too much for y'all. So, AJ, we'll start with you. You were hurt last year. Had to watch from the sidelines. What was that like?
I'd say it was motivating. Had to find out a lot about myself in that period of time. Got closer with God and kind of just found the silver lining in everything. Like I said, it is kind of a motivating factor, getting back on the field and play with the guys.
And would you say you're flying a little under the radar? I saw you did get all conference, but it was second team for preseason, right? You think you're flying under the radar after getting first team all conference last time you were on the field?
Yeah, I've never paid attention to like preseason stuff when I was a first team preseason, whether I'm second team preseason. I think if you pay too much attention to that stuff, you're setting a trap. I don't really pay attention to it.
Now, are you the same way? I saw you got a second team preseason All-American from Stats Reform last week.
Yes, sir.
You're the same way with that?
Yeah, like accolades and stats, it's all cool and all, but my main thing, I want us to win. I want to go to the playoffs. I want to get a ring. I want to get a trophy for the team.
Yeah, when it comes to winning, you guys haven't made the playoffs since 1983. That's a long time. What would it mean if you guys got this team to the playoffs and ended that drought?
It would be great, not even just for the team, but for everyone, for the people that live in Cullowhee, just for the fans. It'll just bring a lot of energy back just to the city.
Yeah, I think we feel blessed to have that opportunity to bring it back to Cullowhee and, like Ken said, just bring energy back to the community.
Yeah. Be like the first ones to just make history.
Yeah, and y'all mentioned the community. Were y'all at the school back when the hurricane was?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
So how's the community been since then, and what did it mean for the football team to kind of put the community on its back?
Like after the hurricane and everything, a couple guys did like food drives and things like that to help out the community, give back to the people. Everyone's still coming together, just trying to put the pieces back together.
For sure. And speaking of putting the pieces together, that's a good segue. You might need my job. No, slow down. You can't take my job now. You can't take my job. But new quarterback this year, y'all trying to put the pieces together with.
Yeah.
So what's it been like in the offseason, catching the pass from a different guy?
Oh, man. I mean, we got a lot of talent. I will say that. Two guys that can really sling it, really play. I think no matter who it is, Lex, Isaac, they have that edge, they have that dog, both of them, and in this offense, I think no matter what, you're going to put up big numbers, and I'm excited to see what we do.
And big numbers, you got Michael on the team with you at wide receiver, so how do you figure that 1-2 punch works?
MJ?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Our receiver room, I don't think, has ever been as close as it is now, chemistry-wise, and then the amount of talent we have, it's unbelievable. X, Y, and Z. We have 4 guys deep that can all play. So keep fresh guys on the field. People are making plays. The quarterbacks are balling out. I can't wait to see what we do. Yeah.
And you got to keep fresh guys on the field when you got a guy like Ken here. 8 interceptions in the career. You guys can just come off the field, and he gets an interception, and now they back on the field. Y'all got to be fresh out there. So is it a little bit easier for you, though, on that back end of the defense, knowing that, you got an offense in past years and probably this year, too? I'm going to go out on a limb here and say it's an offense that's going to put up a lot of points, a lot of yards this year because that's been what y'all been doing. But is it easier for you playing back there, knowing that your offense is going to do that? You got a little bit more leeway to do some stuff and, take a little bit more risk? Or is it harder and more pressure knowing that, they're going to put up points? So if you guys aren't doing your job, then that looks even worse.
There is the little aspect of pressure, like we know we're going to be on the field a lot. We know we like to run fast, throw pass, fast, move everything. I know we're going to be on defense a lot, but it's not really too much pressure because I know they're going to handle it. And I know we're going to be good on defense too, so it all just goes hand in hand.
What would you guys say has been missing from this program in the past year? Last year, one of the first teams out. A year before, on the edge. What's been missing?
If I'm going to be honest, the one thing that I think that all of our teams, like past teams, have missed out on is real camaraderie and brotherhood and like playing for one another and really trusting each other on the field. And not just trying to do too much and make a play and just believe that your brother will be able to make the play on his own.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. I think we've come together as a team more this offseason than we ever have. The brotherhood is incomparable.
Yes.
All right, before I let y'all go, can I get one word to describe how you feel this team is doing? Like, describe this team in one word entering this year.
Thirsty.
Hungry.
Thirsty and hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. So y'all gonna eat and get something to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Feasting.
Feasting. Okay, that's a good one. I might have to use feasting for the summary of y'all.
Sweet.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right.
Well, now
You
we're
ready?
here with Kerwin Bell, head coach of the Western Carolina Catamounts. Coach, we got to start off at quarterback. You lose to Ron Dickens after you finished number 2 in Walter Payton award voting. But it's not your first time having a quarterback transfer to the FBS. You had Cole Gonzalez and Carlos Davis both did so too. What can we expect from the position this year?
Well, hopefully you don't see the same kind of quarterback play. And, you know, Tiger was special now. He had one of the best years I've ever been around. I've been around a lot of college football in the last few years, and he had as great a year as I've ever seen. 38 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, over 70-something completion percentage. So we lost a lot, but I love the 2 guys we got coming in. You know, Lex Thomas we brought in the portal in January from North Carolina State. He was a backup there. And then Isaac Lee's been a guy who's been in our program the last 2 years. And both of them have the quality that I'm looking for. So I've got 2 guys that really I think are the kind of players I'm going to want at that position. And what they are, they're Hall of Fame point guards. And what I mean by that is that they distribute the ball at a very high, efficient rate. So when we drop back on first down, they're going to give me a 5-yard completion. They're going to be very high efficiency in that area. Be able to make decisions, be able to cancel out, be able to get through your reads. They both have that quality. The other thing is, too, what Tiger gave us, they both can run. They'll be both of the fastest guys on the field when they play. They got outstanding speed, great feet, and so they can extend plays, they can create plays. So it's really been neck and neck the whole offseason. Both of them give me exactly what I want. Now it's going to be who can take that next step here in camp and become the leader of the football team. And we'll go with that. And I think whoever wins that job, I'm telling you, they'll be up for player of the conference, because in our system, they do the things that's going to make you successful. What made Tiger and Cole Gonzalez and all them successful is that they were great distributors of the ball. These both have that same quality.
So would you say the quarterback position in your offense is more plug and play no matter who's it been? Because, I mean, consistently, year after year, you guys have been at the top of the FCS, putting up big numbers.
Well, people ask that, and I said, well, the reason is I'm not going to, you know, if I go recruit, I'm not going to have on my roster a 6'5", 250-pound guy that throws 100 yards but can't hit, you know, can't complete 60% of his passes. So I try to recruit the same kind of player, right, with those same qualities. So I don't get stuck on size or physical ability. They have to have a strong enough arm to get it done. But that first quality, if I have a truckload of players that have that same quality, well, then when I plug the next one in, he's going to play the same way. He's going to be very efficient. He's going to be able to keep us in good down and distance, because not only is he going to throw it in completion, he's going to go get 2 yards maybe. He may hit a check down for 5, but he's going to be efficient in the way he plays. If I can get a roster full of those kind of guys, then every time I have to replace one, they don't play the same way.
So that probably eases it a little bit for you when someone's leaving the success and stuff.
And, you know, you'll miss on a guy when you recruit a guy and you think, okay, he's what you want, and all of a sudden you get him into your system and he just don't work, don't work. So we have to continue to recruit every year and make sure we have 2 or 3 quality guys who fit what we're looking to do. And if they fit in that system, they're going to be up for player of the year because they're going to put up big numbers.
Yeah, speaking of recruiting, you brought in a guy, Aaron McIver from Gardner-Webb. He allowed 0 sacks last year. How's a guy like him ready to contribute day one?
Well, that's big for us. You know, in the portal is we lost 2 or 3 of our own offensive linemen in the portal, and we have some freshmen, but are they quite ready? You know, we have to make that decision, or do we need to go get a veteran like Aaron? And we felt like Aaron, we had to have him this year. He's very important for us to come in and stabilize that offensive line. That's going to be a big key for us. We like the addition that we've added there. Him and Andrew Threet was also a tackle we brought in. I think started 29 games. So brought some experience in to help with. Now we got a lot of good young guys, and I think that mixture is they'll really give us a chance to be a very good offensive football team.
For sure, and that offense has been one of the driving forces behind, Western Carolina year after year. But it hasn't necessarily paid off with the playoffs. 1983, that's the last time this program has made the FCS playoff. How does this year's team end the drought?
Well, we changed defense coordinators. Jerry, I thought, did a good job for us. We stopped the run in the last couple of years, but we gave up a lot of explosive plays. Guys just didn't make plays. But I love, Nick Revez is a guy who has shown that he can be a great defense coordinator. I think the big key for us is to make our offensive earn the plays. So we'll play more 3 high, 3 deep, than the split safeties where you get caught one man-to-man a lot. So hopefully that's still cut down on giving up big plays. Because listen, it ain't like we've trailed in these big games. We've been ahead, and we just hadn't found a way to get it done. So we had the talent, we had the ability to do it. We just hadn't finished those games. So we know we've been preaching the whole offseason, let's be a team that can grind it out, a team that can be physically and mentally tough in those tough situations. And I think when you put yourself in those positions, just like Michael Jordan did when he was young, he had to learn how to get over the Detroit Pistons and past the Lakers. But once you have that experience, now you draw on that experience, and I think our team's ready to take that experience and get us to a point where we can get over the top.
All right, Coach. And then before I let you go, can I get one word to describe this team entering this year?
I think you don't have the superstar player, but the one word I would say is just team. I think overall, and we got a bunch of guys who want to play together. We don't have the superstars, so to speak, coming back from last year that's put up these big numbers. But I think we got a lot of quality guys that's going to make a really good football team.
All right, Coach. Well, that's all I got for you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.